Hi, I'm Eben French-Maston. I'm the current president of the board of directors for Brunswick Little Theater. I want to welcome you to our theater. So glad you can make it today. I want to tell you a little bit about our theater. Brunswick Little Theater has been here in the Southport area for over 31 years. We strive to bring good theater classes to the youngsters. What we're trying to do is buy this theater. We have the 100 Club. If we get 100 people to donate $2,500 one time, they'll get their name on a plaque and forever be thanked. And we hope you'll support us and keep us here in our community. Thank you so much.
I remember the very first meeting, it was at the Chamber of Commerce.
That's right.
Because Connie Leggett worked there.
That's
right.
exactly right.
And we met.
That was before the weekend.
No, you were there.
No, you were here.
I was there. Because you threw your sister under the bus.
You did, you sure did.
You said, we can do Brigadoon.
That's right.
That's right.
And Brigadoon was our first production, and y'all, what were we thinking? It was a big production.
I went through the audition, and then I said, now what are the dates of the show? And she told me, I said, oh, that's the opening dates is when my son is to be born. This is his due date. And so she said, oh, don't worry about it. Babies are never born when they're supposed to.
When I initially got involved with the theater, BLT did not have a home, so to speak. The company traveled around and performed in some church halls, the JC building, upstairs City Hall.
And we had tons of kids,
Yes.
which was
did.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Because for
We didn't
every
lose any.
For every kid, you have Nobody got parents, squawked.
That's right.
grandparents,
And they
aunts,
all
uncles.
flocked to see
So
the
they
play.
sell tickets.
So I thought that if parents in this area were like me, they would like to have theatrical opportunities for their children in this area. And so I thought I would go to the BLT board and propose to begin a children's division where the children would have really meaty roles that they had to perform on stage. So I went to the board in 2002 and proposed this idea because I thought BLT had some things in place that would be helpful to us, that we wouldn't have to reinvent starting a children's program. So they okayed it. I had a group of parents who had given money at the time to start the group and who were very interested, and that's when we began in 2002.
So back in 2002, I was going to direct my first show for Brunswick Little Theater, and I selected Pippin, which is not a particularly family-friendly show, if you know it at all. It got some very mature themes going on in it. And Stuart Caleri said to me, we're going to let you do the show, but you have to put kids in it. And I said, kids in Pippin? Okay, we'll make it work. And she said, you've got to have kids in the show. It really, that's what sells tickets. Their parents are going to buy the tickets, their parents are going to volunteer, and that's how the program grows.
We started visiting them prior to that, and every time we came, it seemed like they were involved with Brunswick Little Theater. In fact, there was a period of time where I'm convinced they were living at the Centennial Center. So we figured when we came out here, we were predisposed to support theater, and I don't know if we were predisposed to get quite so involved as we ultimately became.
The technical director, as I said, is responsible for light, sound, equipment, and also training. And again, our mission at Brunswick Little Theater is about education. We want to educate the public in theater, and part of what I do is train people on how to operate the equipment, and sometimes even troubleshoot the equipment and fix and repair the equipment, because we're going to need that, and I'm not going to be around forever. And as you know, Brunswick Little Theater is an all-volunteer organization, and we want that to go on.
I have a very talented colleague who really loves musical theater, and she wants to pass on vast knowledge that she has to youngsters. So stage struck players, it's hard for me to believe, but they have been in existence now for 15 years. It's gone by in a flash.
We started into this theater by retiring. We thought we could. We made a good stab at it. We moved to the beach house, and we weren't happy being retired. So we both went back into this. Tom Clemens had asked if I would help him on a show because my job at the university was training Broadway dancers, and did a lot of choreography, and we weren't really letting anybody know that we were here and we were available because we were trying to retire.
I was at St. James Episcopal Church in Supply, and Charlotte rather, and Bev was there at the same time, and she was had become involved as a choreographer, and she found out that I had this Broadway background. So she approached me and said, "We need a designer." I said, "I don't work with community groups anymore." She said, "Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do." So that's how I became involved back in 27, I think, was the first time we did a show together. We were going to do Anything Goes, but we couldn't get it together and cast it, so we switched over to Nonsense.
Actually started with this one, though. Yeah. Yeah, he was in the first. He did Pirates of Penzance, and then I thought it was stupid because, you know. But then I got caught up in the next one. My first show was with him, and it was A Christmas Carol. Mm-hmm. And ever since then, I've been doing it like all year, every year. I basically live in this building.
Many families associate with Brunswick Little Theater. By that I mean members, different generations of each family participate in a show. And when we were in the habit of doing big summer musicals at Odell Williamson, there were always half a dozen family groups and I think that made it kind of special too. Would you agree?
Absolutely. And a lot of fun.
We have a very young group of actors here. We have a teenage group and we have adult groups performing. We've had a pilot program which we're hoping we will repeat at one time or another for children with special needs, and that was a huge success. And we're hoping that again that's going to, we'll pick up with that again next year.
I'm going to tell you, up until we really got this place and they were able to bring in all of the classes and stuff like that, for all of the kids in the community, it is a commitment. When people think, oh, you get to go do a show, how much they've learned, that it is so much more.
I just think that theater is a place that is for everyone. It's a safe space, it's a family. I think every kind of person from every kind of background is able to be equal in theater.
I can contest that. Like, honestly, I remember the first day I sat behind Ryan and Chase and Gina. I was like, oh my gosh, these are like the coolest people ever. They will never talk to me.
How many decades have you been saying this now?
A long time, but
Well,
it still holds true.
Arts
Arts is everything.
It
It's the quality
is.
of your life.
It is.
Gives you
And
the
talk-
self-confidence.
And a return on your investment, good gravy. You know, for every child that's in that play, he's probably not going to be the one who's overdosing on heroin or getting mixed up with gangs. He's going to be in that play, or she is.
That's right. Because he knows where the thrill really is.
That's right.
When you walk out on that stage.
That's right.